A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports this morning. This is the Tuesday morning edition of the show. Promises to be exciting, fun-filled as always. It's going to be very different today. I will be doing it alone from this end, but I need to also tell you that it's never a one-man show because I have a lot of people working with me to ensuring that we're able to offer you the best in the next 25 minutes. So welcome to Sports this morning once again, and let's travel together around this exciting, fast-paced, and interesting world of sports. We have a lot to talk about on the program this morning. The build-up to tomorrow's all-important 2014 World Cup qualifier will be one of the things we'll talk about. We will also spare some time to talk about the women. What is happening to the women's game? There's something dangerous happening around women's football in Nigeria. We're losing some of our best players, and it looks nobody is even paying attention to that. We will also give you some updates around the CAF Confederations Cup. We spoke about Rangers yesterday, but Rangers will be playing in the group phase. We will bring you the breakdown of the teams that Rangers will be facing in the group phase of the CAF Confederations Cup. We will also spend some time to reflect on football on the domestic scene, Nigeria Professional Football League, change of guard at Sunshine. Who is the new man in charge of Sunshine Stars? That is also on the menu for you this morning. We will talk grassroots on the program. We will talk about the Mimiko Under 18. We will, of course, go abroad as well. It's not just all that is happening at home. We'll go abroad. Jose Mourinho, that's the worst kept secret, is back at Chelsea, officially confirmed a return to Chelsea. We'll talk about it. And then Neymar, after so many years of speculations, where will he be headed, has also settled in at Barcelona. We have that for you as well on Sports this morning. Of course, we will close the show with basketball. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference of the NBA playoffs was played early this morning, and Miami Heat eventually coming good at the dead 4-3 in the game, best of 7 games, and they are through to the finals where they will be moving on into the final game. All right, so we'll have all of that for you. Of course, the French Open is on. Top seeds are doing well, and we're now down to the business end of the French Open. So far, no major upsets. The top seeds are doing well, but from now, we expect that it will, of course, begin to get more competitive. We have Roger Federer against Joe Wilfred Tsonga in one of the quarterfinal games. That promises to be an exciting game to watch. It's one game that a lot of people will want to see. Tsonga is on top of his game, and Federer, always a difficult customer on any surface, and I'm sure that these two should provide some scintillating tennis for us in the French Open. But let's start off the way we like to start this morning, and that's to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Early this morning, the Eagles landed in Kenya, and the Eagles are confident that they will be able to do the job tomorrow when they confront the Arabic Stars 2 p.m. Nigerian time in this crucial 2014 World Cup qualifier. Well, expectedly, it wasn't all smooth sailing. John Mikel Obi arrived several hours before the rest of the squad came in early this morning. But the story we're hearing from Kenya, not too palatable. We were told, of course, that the Nigerian players had a little bit of hostile reception at the immigration. They were made to use a particular bus, made to go through some particular routes, which they didn't like, but it's to be expected. Sometimes all is fair in warfare, that's what they say. But then the good news is that the Eagles are not perturbed. They are not worried about the harsh treatment that they've received, harsh in quotes. They are focused on the job tomorrow. And later today, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, we expect that the Eagles will be able to go onto the pitch and have a feel of the stadium that will host tomorrow's crucial World Cup qualifier. That's good news for the boys. The boys have told us there are no injury worries. Everybody is in tip-top shape, and we expect that that is what we will see tomorrow when Nigeria confronts Kenya in this all-important encounter. But just to refreshing your memory and remind you of what happened when the Kenyans came to Calabar earlier on, it was 1-1. It was a game that we played on the heels of being African champions early this year, and we felt that the Kenyans were going to be taken to the cleaners. It was a different story. Nigeria actually needing a late equalizer to share the spoils with the Arambi Stars. We hope that there will be a turnaround this time and that the Eagles will get all 3 points away from home. But let's remind you once again of what happened when the Kenyans came to town. We'll come back for more on Sports this morning.
In Europe, in South America, in Central America, in Africa, and that is what it should be. Brazil 2014, with 32 countries, and 31 will qualify in addition to the host country, Brazil. Then the team sheet for Nigeria. Vincent Enyama is the captain, and he did fantastically well at the Nations Cup. Solomon Kwambe is a newcomer here in the lineup for Nigeria. Ederson Echiejile of Sporting Braga. Brownie Deye of Bafemi Martins is back, and they call him Oba Gold. Perhaps he will continue from where he stopped for Nigeria. And the kickoff, it is Nigeria that gets us started here. John Mikel Obi at the Nations Cup, he had perhaps his finest ever performance in the shirts of the senior team for Nigeria. Obafemi Martins, too anxious. That really was, there was no spirit, no bite to that one. He just wanted to see if he could rattle goalkeeping his wall, making sure it's well pumped. Four-man wall of defense is setting up there. And Kenya, Francis Kahata as the man standing over the ball. Number 11, Shetet Kahata. And he goes for goal. Vincent Enyama, and it is a goal. It is a fantastic goal by Kenya. Absolutely amazing. Great shot there coming from Francis Kahata, the Thika United man, 21 years old. And he has made Nigeria pay for all their possession and the chances they've frittered away in this game. Unbelievable, but true. Ambuche is delirious.
Francis Kahata giving Kenya the lead here in Calabar. Take a look at that, and what a free kick, fabulous free kick from Kahata, the Thika United of South Africa player. Earlier played for University of Pretoria, and today in his 5th cap for
by Ahmed Musa. And Nigeria, a great opportunity, and a goal! It is a goal, and the newcomer who has set Nigeria crosses, Nanga Kwamadi with a classic one. He did it to send them far away. He did it to entice it down here. Defense have gone crazy here. This time is a goal. Nigeria has got the move. Nigeria has set her crosses. I know that Kenya will be able to come back to get another goal here. What an equalizer. What a time to get it for Nigeria Super Eagles.
Well, Amokachi is not interested in celebrating this goal because Nigeria have no business losing this game, and so it's 1-1 parity. Otu Amadi, he plays originally for AC Milan on loan to Varese in the lower division.
Well, the coaches couldn't even celebrate the goal. Coach Stephen Keshi, Daniel Amokachi, because that game felt like a defeat for Nigeria. Coming into the game as African champions and needing a late equalizer against the Arambi Stars. But we hope we've learned a few lessons, not taking our opponents for granted, and then go onto the pitch and try to do the job. We hope that there will be a different story, and that Keshi, Amokachi, everybody will have a lot to celebrate tomorrow when we take on the Arambi Stars of Kenya. The Eagles have struggled with goals during this World Cup qualifiers. All our goals have been late goals. We hope that tomorrow the goals will start to come early, and they will come aplenty for Nigeria. Okay, let's move on from the Super Eagles of Nigeria and talk about a few things very quickly. Let's talk about the women first and highlight this alert that we want to highlight this for the Nigerian Football Federation and all those that are genuinely interested in women football in Nigeria. We're losing our players in large numbers to Equatorial Guinea, and nobody is doing anything about it. And this has come to haunt us in the past, and if we are not careful, it will continue to worry us. 5 first-team players with Kogi Confluence Queens have departed the club to accept national team roles with Equatorial Guinea. The players are Uwindakpo Oluwatobilola, we have Okoro for Ruth, we have Ogunleye Kende, we have Adeniyi Abimbola, and we have Gbadebo Oluwaseyi. 5 first-team players of Kogi Confluence Queens leaving their clubs and going to take up national team roles with Equatorial Guinea. And in the past, we've lost the likes of Chinasa Okoro and a few other Nigerian players to Equatorial Guinea. And these players have become very, very